does look like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry truly do not want to cut ties here with the United Kingdom. So what are their plans? Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London today. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for your company. And if, like me, this particular story leaves you slightly baffled, I'll explain what we know so far. As we know, Harry and Meghan decided way back to disappear firstly to Canada and then over to California for a brand new life. And according to Prince Harry recently, London's not safe. It's terrifying. And every corner, you have to be careful in case somebody snatches your Horlicks, or more importantly, your fruit pastels if you're out on the road like me. You never know, you need a bit of a sugar rush when you're out, trust me. But on a more serious note, it's been interesting to note that, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were, we were told, not willing to come back to the United Kingdom simply because, they felt that they were victimised, the media were horrendous towards them, all of that sort of stuff. And it's very strange when you think, because if you're in the public eye, the media is a mixed bag. You're in, you're out. You only have to ask anybody who's enjoyed success throughout a long period of time. And even our gracious Majesty the Queen has had bad press, not much admitted, but for a short period there was a bit of bad press. And I think it's very difficult, when you put your name or put yourself out there, as Harry and Meghan, as just micro celebrities, have now decided to do. But this particular move has shocked many people, and I'll explain the reasons why. As you know, when they first moved into married life, they decided that they were going to live in central London at Kensington Palace, next door neighbours to William and Catherine, in fact. Big spacious rooms, but apparently it was claustrophobic for Meghan. She didn't really want to be in the centre of London, so they cast their eye over to Windsor. What they really wanted to do, according to good sources, and as ever, allegedly, was to move inside Windsor Castle. Once again, the very shrewd monarch, our gracious Majesty the Queen, found them a cottage on the estate, Frogmore Cottage. But that needed renovation, allegedly, costing a lot of money. And, Prince Charles, in fact, picked up that bill, so we know exactly how much that cost. But the bigger problem now is that Prince Harry's decided, as the lease for him, at least on that cottage, runs out next month, that he's wanting to renew it, which has created speculation that he now wants to return here to the United Kingdom, or at least have a base. But the bigger problem, and a lot of people are speculating this, is, of course, if he has a base here in the United Kingdom, he remains, if you like, on the sovereign's list. This is basically, in simple terms, that if our gracious Majesty the Queen was incapacitated and couldn't do, basic royal duties, and then say Prince Charles wasn't in the country, Prince William wasn't in the country, and now there's no Prince Andrew, it would simply fall to him, particularly if he was in the country. I hope that makes sense. And when you think about that, that's pretty terrifying. But I don't ever think it would come to that point. And there's a lot of people wishing, and I have to say, we'd like to be impartial. People say leave it, other people say don't, but they'd like him removed from this particular role. And also, what would he truly know about affairs of state? He's not really been trained in that, unlike Prince William. But it does seem that Harry and Meghan are not going to let go of the grip of the connection for them and the United Kingdom. Now, some might say that this is, of course, because they know that they need this connection in order to make their brand work moving forward. And I use that term loosely. But as you know, Harry has many jobs now, very many lucrative jobs. And for those jobs to be significant and, more importantly, interesting to those employers, his reconnection to his family that apparently he's had so much difficulty with over the last few years is still very lucrative, particularly for those companies. So for now, it appears Prince Harry and, more importantly, Meghan Markle are not letting go of their grip of Frogmore Cottage. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.